Well, here in Fantasma Magic, we're lucky that we have Levent visiting us in between his Caribbean cruise lines and your Atlantic City performances. And we're very excited. Welcome.
Well, thank you very much, Roger. I'm very glad to be here. Beautiful Fantasma Magic in the heart of downtown, or rather Midtown New York.
Now, what's awesome is some of the video downloads you're about to see incorporate Levent's style of manipulation and psychology. Many of you might know Levent from his recent book, the Roy Benson book. And how do you compare yourself to Roy Benson? Or actually, many people actually compare your performing style, but you've taken it a step further in many ways.
The thing is, essentially, I perform a comedy magic act with sleight of hand, with manipulation. And there are very few people that are still doing that sort of magic. Roy Benson certainly was one. And like I said, I'm one of the few that use manipulation and sleight of hand. I can think of our friend Johnny Thompson, certainly, with his Dove Act, does manipulation and comedy. And that's basically the kind of magic that I do, and it's kind of rare these days. Not too many people just do comedy just to be funny, or do manipulation to be serious, but few people do both at the same time. At least I think so.
In the Roy Benson book, you wrote about some of the fundamental rules of magic. In the downloads, what are some of those rules? How are they being applied that we should keep an eye out for?
Well, certainly one of the most important rules is that when you make an object disappear, when you vanish an object on stage, you have a few seconds when you're secretly palming an object to either make the object reappear or place another object in that hand. And certainly that rule, a very important rule in stage magic, is in both of those downloads.
And that's for sure. And when you were younger, the usual question, who are some of your greatest influences?
Oh, that's an easy question. Certainly, the great Cardini was just about the finest stage magician who ever lived. I watched his video over and over at the Museum of Broadcasting not far from here when I was a kid, but now you can go to YouTube and find that. Second, of course, was Ricciardi, the great illusionist, who I think was the greatest illusionist ever. And I saw his show, and when I was 18 years old, I was in his show. I was his opening act and got to know the man and experienced the whole Ricciardi experience. So those are the two big influences. But as far as comedy magic, I would have to say probably Carl Ballantine was a big influence. Certainly Professor Bobby Baxter, who an elderly gentleman lives in here in New York, was sort of a mentor to me when I was starting to do comedy magic. So I would say, you know, between Bobby Baxter, Ricciardi, Cardini, I think you can't do any better than that. Those are some big, great magicians. You know.
Well, we're excited that you're sharing with us some of your favorite routines, and we hope you'll enjoy the magic of Levent. Thanks a lot.
My pleasure.